What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. So, of course, it's been absolutely crazy yesterday. Loads of news circulating around about Newcastle United in transfer dealings. And then, of course, we got the news that Minteh was on his way to Brighton. It has now officially been given the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. So, all that is needed now is the medical of course, Minteh for Brighton, and then Brighton will have their man for 33 million. The contract, of course, for him to Brighton is till June 2029. That, of course, was accepted last night, and the here we go was given last night by Romano. That now means that Newcastle have made 26 million off of a player that has never played in our shirt. That is a fantastic piece of business. I put a video up last night, of course, to talk about this and how I thought, this is a pretty good deal. Yes, it would have been nice to keep him, like I said in the video last night, it would have been nice to keep Minteh, but unfortunately, we've been forced into doing this, and we've been forced into doing this next piece of business as well, with Elliot Anderson accepting a fee, in Newcastle accepting a fee for Elliot Anderson to go to Nottingham Forest. Now, last night that news was broke by David Ornstein. He was saying that Newcastle have reluctantly parted ways with a 21-year-old Elliot Anderson, one of our own, of course, to help with the PSR compliance. And of course, with him being an academy graduate as well, it means we will get the full profit off of this sale, which is being talked to be, of course, from reports this morning. It is being talked about 35 million for Elliot Anderson. I mean, that is a fantastic deal. 35 million for Elliot Anderson to Nottingham Forest. I mean, our owners have knocked it out of the park once again. And of course, Craig Hope also saying that there is a player coming in the opposite direction. That, of course, spread a lot of speculation who that player would be. We now, of course, know who that player is that's coming in the opposite direction. That player, of course, is Vlachodimos, the goalkeeper of Nottingham Forest. He is coming in the opposite direction. Now, that is a really good deal. Obviously, the goalkeeper is 30 years old, but he was the goalkeeper for Benfica. He's got well over 150 games of experience. It's Champions League level, of course, and European level as well. He's a Greek international, and he's set to be part of the deal for Elliot Anderson moving to Nottingham Forest. So we'll be getting Vlachodimos, and Nottingham Forest will be getting Elliot Anderson, and Nottingham Forest, of course, will be paying us 35 million for Elliot Anderson. That is a really good deal. It's sad, of course, to see Elliot Anderson go because he is one of our own. But hopefully, that won't be the end for Elliot Anderson in Newcastle United. At least, down the road, because there might be a chance, that he can come back eventually. If it turns out, the owners want to bring him back to Newcastle United down the road by signing them again, then, who knows? Never say never. We've seen it in the past, players moving away, then eventually coming back to the club. Look at Andy Carroll, he went and left for 35 million, the same, to Liverpool, and then eventually ended up coming back. So with that deal from Nottingham Forest for Elliot Anderson, 35 million, that of course does make him our second joint highest earned player, of course, highest received payment for a player, alongside Andy Carroll. And of course, it does mean that now Newcastle have got 33 million plus 35 million. you know, which gives we're 68 million, I believe it is, to give us that room against the PSR. And then there's still talks going on as well from last night from a few different people saying that, of course, Newcastle's got some offers on the table for Elanga. There's also talk that we could be going for Morgan Gibbs-White as well. And then, of course, there's other news as well that, you know, Callum Wilson's got links and being linked to teams over in Saudi Arabia for a fee believed to be about 15 million is what's being talked about. There's 3 teams in Saudi Arabia that are being linked with him. And, you know, who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that one. Also, there's been links as well of Sean Longstaff being linked with a move to Leicester City. I can't say the Longstaff one happening now, to be honest. Now that, of course, Paul Dummett is gone from Newcastle and Elliot Anderson, we don't want to, you know, sell too many of our local lads off. So I think maybe the Sean Longstaff one might not happen now. With Elliot Anderson, of course, leaving the club. So, you know, keep an eye out on that just in case, because it might still happen. Who knows? Hopefully, you know, it doesn't, because we don't want to lose too many of our lads. But we do need to, of course, progress and move forward. So, you know, you never know on that one. But that is, of course, the news, you know, on what's being said on transfer news, of course, since last night to this morning. And of course, England play tonight, well, 5 o'clock against Slovakia in the last 16 round of Euro 2024. Of course, hopefully we'll get to see Anthony Gordon playing that tonight. Hopefully, you know, we'll get to see Kieran Trippier as well. But there has been news saying that Trippier's got a bit of a knock or something like that. There was previous going into this game. So we'll see, you know, only time will tell when the lineups come out for England against Slovakia. But as for the Newcastle United news on the transfers, that is all I've got to say in the video. Like I say, fantastic dealings by Newcastle. Sad, of course, to see Elliot Anderson go, but he's made a sacrifice for us, for our club, for his club, and we thank Elliot Anderson for that. To move away from, you know, your boyhood club is got to be heart wrenching. It really has. But hopefully he does well in Nottingham Forest. Of course, we've got Vlachodimos coming in the opposite direction is a goalkeeping option forward there as well. So it's a pretty good deal all around when you look at it. But keep an eye out for more videos on the channel. Like I say, if you're new around here or if you haven't done it yet, hit subscribe, turn on the bell for all notifications so you never miss a video when I upload, and also hit that big fat thumbs up, of course, because that massively helps support the channel moving forward. And I'll see you all in the next one. Where the lads.